what was life like for you before cancer?
Life was, I would say, amazing and relatively normal, probably for most people, but it's amazing because I, um, I did love and enjoy my life. I 26 now, 25 years old though, prior to my diagnosis, and um, I was doing everything day to day normal. I would wake up and go to work. I enjoy what I do. I enjoyed working with the people I worked with. I would go to the gym and exercise. I would make some time for my hobbies, which is playing guitar. And I'd go to bed, and I truly enjoyed life. So relatively normal, I would say, honestly.
And at what point in the cancer journey did you decide to start sharing updates online? Before it became everything it is now, at what point did you decide to just start sharing?
I shared the first day. I walked out of my oncologist appointment where they had confirmed that the mass in my chest was a tumor and it was blood cancer. I took my phone out and I just decided, hey, I'm gonna record this. And you can see in the video I record it and I say, my hopes are to build some sort of community. And I was speaking more so the cancer community, like hoping to other people who had beaten cancer or that were going through cancer that could share with me what it was going to be like or tips or could just be there with me as I went through it. And so that was the first kind of day I decided to do it. And then I also did it for my family and friends who were looking for updates regularly. So I thought, hey, this is probably the best way to do this. Why not give it a go? But I had no idea what it was going to turn into.
And what has it turned into?
It is turned into a massive community of not just everybody I had mentioned, not just cancer survivors, not just cancer patients, but just this community of loving people, this community of people that want to help other people, this community of just really a testimony to like how much good there is in the world. There are people in this community that aren't going through cancer, but are going through depression or anxiety or addiction. And they'll comment, and the rest of the community will jump in and say, "We're here for you too. We're not just here for the videos that I'm posting." So it's a beautiful community of friends, and I consider them not just friends, but like kind of a family at this point.
And how did the act of sharing and of letting people in on this journey, how did that affect your cancer experience?
I, I like to say that it's one of the reasons that I beat cancer, and that I'm beating cancer. I'm currently in a state of technical remission, which is exciting. We're kind of waiting on a few other things, but I'm in the camp that I beat cancer. That's why I say that. Yeah, I feel like it was medicine. The love was that I was receiving people was medicine. On top of that, there were so many people who gave me tips that were just crucial in my journey. Tips on, hey, try using this product. I used it when I was going through chemotherapy, and it helped my mouth sores because you get horrible mouth sores when you get chemotherapy. I had people talking to me about taking Claritin to reduce the bone pain that comes with getting the white blood cell booster injections that you have to get. So, achieving exactly kind of what I was looking for in starting the page of bringing that community together. I mean, it was everything. It was the tips and tricks. It was the love. It made every impact it could positively make on that journey. And like I said, it was I feel a reason that I was able to get to where I am in this, you know, in this technical remission, in beating cancer.
And that brings me to my next question, which is how are you today?
I'm great. I'm great. I act and I speak like I'm completely done. And for the most part, I am. That being said, um, I have a cystic mass that remains in my chest. And while I wish it was very, cut and clear on, hey, you're done. I was really expecting my doctor to say you're done. That's not the case. I currently getting another scan, and this scan will tell us if the cystic mass has grown, staying the same size, or has shrunk. And what we're looking for is that it's shrinking. If it's shrinking, then I will finally be able to be done and ring the remission bell and probably get off all my medications. If not, we're going to have to dive deeper into what the reasoning for that is and potentially look at other options or treatment, which is really scary as a thought. And I try not to dwell on it, and I live in the positivity that I'm done and that I'm so glad that I'm here right now and that my hair is growing back and I feel as good as I do. So I'm very confident that I will be okay. But I do have to sit with some level of uncertainty, some level of anxiety around it. And I take it one day at a time, which is something I often say in my videos.
And tell me a bit about the nonprofit organization Jace Beats Cancer and what the kind of the overarching mission and the goal is there.
Sure. I'm definitely learning as I go. I went in with a very broad mission, which is to just help those with cancer. And that's a very broad scope. Specifically, what our organization does is we issue grants and support people financially who are battling cancer for them to use for medical treatment necessities, but it could also be for other support systems. Maybe they need it for therapeutic reasons. Maybe they need it because they're at risk of losing their home. It's really intended to be used to whatever makes the journey easier. So that is, in essence, what it does as a function. But I like to say we extend a lot beyond that. I spend a lot of time with people that don't need financial support, and really just would love the support from one cancer patient to another. So I get on the phone with a lot of cancer patients. I get on video conferences and we sit and we talk, and we don't always talk about cancer. We talk about just life, and how they're doing. And I like to extend all of the tips and tricks and the love that was given to me through my platform to them. Because when you're going through that, the best thing you can have is a support system. So that is, not necessarily an activity of the nonprofit. We really do focus in the financial side, but the emotional support and the friendship support that was provided to me, that is kind of something that I like to do for as many other people as I can. And it doesn't matter who they are, how old they are. I support everybody.
And say there is someone at the beginning of their cancer journey who's seeing this video or reading this article. What are some tips or advice that you got at the start of your journey that you'd like to extend to them that you found particularly helpful?
The first one is the journey of cancer goes like this. It is a roller coaster. You will have days, and you will hear news that makes you feel the best you've ever felt. And you will have days and you will hear news from your doctors or nurses or whatever that make you feel really depressed or anxious or sad. And so it's really to just take it moment to moment, not even take it day by day. You can have moments where you're as happy as you can be. And like I said, you have those pitfalls. So really just being more okay with the journey and accepting that it's going to take time. Patience is key. Anything can change at a moment's notice, but that's for the good too. So know that. I'd like to say actually a few things. The second thing I would say is that no matter what you hear, miracles happen. I have talked to hundreds, and I'm breaking almost thousands of cancer patients because I spend so much time with them daily. And I've heard so many stories where people were supposed to lose their life and they were going to die. They were told they were going to die within the span of months, and they're here 25 years later. So never ever give up hope. Ever. There are miracles that happen, there are innovations that occur, there are trials that save people's lives. There's always a solution out there. So that's the second thing. And the third thing is to rely on the people around you for help, to know that they can be there for you. Do not go into it alone. It is okay to ask for help. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. And if they need help and they feel like they have anybody to help them, to reach out to me. I spend time going through my DMs and I try to find these people, especially those who feel like they have nobody. So know that there are people out there that you may not have even met yet who are there to help you, that you may not know that want to help you. And I'm one of those people. So please reach out to me.
What in this journey has been the most surprising aspect to you?
That's a lot. There's a lot of answers to that one. But what has been the most surprising to me is I think I'll have to go back to how many people just genuinely want to help others. I knew it was out there. I knew there were people out there that wanted to help, but it seems, especially with modern media, that there's so much doom and gloom out there, and there's not enough highlights of how many people, maybe a story here or there of this helping this person or that, but it truly allowed me to discover that everybody, every single human being on this planet, innately in their person, in their soul, in their body, wants to help others. And all they need is the opportunity to help somebody else. So I think what surprised me is just the rush of people that came to help me, which again is just a testimony to that of the truth that everybody wants to help somebody else, even when they don't know them or have never met them, and that the world is a good place.
What has life after treatment been like?
It has been a roller coaster. I thought it was really going to be just a parade of happiness and I'm done with treatment and all that. I've shockingly been more challenged with feelings of anxiety and sadness. And I don't want to say depression, but I've felt depressive like feelings after treatment. And it's been very challenging. Um, so for that reason, I've been seeking out therapy, but those feelings are not alone. They also are mixed with a true level of appreciation for so many things. They say appreciate the small things. I have an understanding of that like I never did before. So although it's challenging and although it is a road to, continue to recover and deal with these emotions, gratitude remains something that is the foundation of my everyday and allows me to put a smile on my face even when I want to frown and allows me to keep putting one foot in front of the other, and has allowed me to stay as optimistic as I can that I'm going to keep beating this and that I will continue to heal and get better every day.